All right for some.
Try there.
I haven't.
Oh, spiced
Oh,
rum,
no.
really lovely.
I've got
Oh, we have
juice.
one viewer already.
That might be me.
We might have no viewers tonight. It doesn't matter, does it?
No.
We'll still be chatting. If I was bringing you, we'll still be chatting about the same stuff anyway.
Well, you never know.
We may as well make it public, right? So
I'm going to have to, hang on a minute. I have to turn that off up there.
good afternoon, sir. So we
Afternoon.
have Blistering Barnacles
Oh,
Adventures. I
yeah.
I have seen you popping out on Gareth's Forgotten Abandoned Whales live stream quite a lot. Is your name Jamie? I think it is. Hope you're well. Yes, thank you very much. Thanks for joining the live chat. Well, today this is the third part live chat that we are doing with Tom. Gonna do very brief introductions for those that haven't met Tom before. Jamie, right? Yes, I remember. I remember Gareth calling you Jamie on the live chat. So I think it's quite a easy to remember name. Yeah. Uh, please check Tom's channel, Jamie. I don't know if you have done before, but is here the link, All Miner 66, and he's going to do his introductions today. And you, Tom, I mean, we know you're a mine explorer because you got your own YouTube channel, and well, tell us briefly about your mining background so we can put it into context a bit.
Well, I've been a mine explorer since I was 13 or 14, something like that. So, oh, he already watches it over 40 years, basically. In fact, no, nearer 45 years.
Mine
And
explorer, 40 years.
I worked as 45 years thinking about it. I just realised how old I am, but there you go. And I worked as a miner for probably 6 years in Derbyshire.
Time, time flies, eh, Tom? So worked as a miner in Derbyshire.
Yeah,
First mine
Fluorspar
was,
mine. Well, actual first mine where I did any work was Home Bank, but that was just a show mine. But first proper mine was Solihull.
but you were doing some restoration work because you showed me the pictures when you were about 15. You're doing some restoration work of the what would be the show entrance in
Home
of
Bank
Home Bank
mine, yeah.
Mine.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then you worked in Solihull later in your 20s, were you?
Yeah.
So that's a Fluorspar mine. And then after that, you were in Milden Mine, which is the mine that we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, and then back to
We,
Solihull for a bit.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
after an accident, that was the end of my career.
Mm.
But it's life, innit?
I think you, yeah, life. I think you did tell me about your accident. Is this something you're are willing to talk about
Yeah, it doesn't
briefly?
bother me. I was long holing, and I got a lad working with me that was a little bit useless to say the least, and I got left with about 140 foot of drill rods in my hands like that, and burst two vertebrae in my back.
Right. So he would have been operating the drill rig, and you have been just
No,
holding the drills, basically, the
no,
drill
no, no,
stills. Yeah.
no. I was operating the rig, and he was doing the steels. And you've seen the video of how they work. Clamped it, screwed it on, went up to pick the next one up, and it slipped out the chuck because he'd not got it in right. So it dropped
Oh,
onto the back of chuck. So we ended up having to lift him. Well, I started. He started lifting him with me, and we got him up pretty well level with to drop him onto thread, and he let go of it, and I was left with a lot. Oh, 140 foot of 4 foot steels. What's that? A
Yeah,
lot.
all putting all the strain basically on your back, I would
Yeah,
imagine, obviously.
we did, and
Yeah, it's not,
the
and it did the
I felt
damage.
it go. Um, went out at the end of the shift. On well, we had a tractor. We had the tractor, which had got a seat for driving and a seat at the back, like one facing backwards. And this other kid decided he was going to drive, and that didn't help because he went out like a bloody idiot. And I got home, and basically I couldn't go to the loo, couldn't go for a pee. I was something like 72 hours before I went to the loo, but I ended up in hospital for a fortnight, bugging me back up.
Yeah, a lot of strain on your back, and the back is the most delicate part of your body. It's the core of your body. So it just goes to show how easy it is to have an accident. And if you don't do things right in your particular environment, as a miner where you were working, it must have happened quite a lot of times to other people, you know. And if you work with incompetent people, like you say, well, even more so. We're going to do
Yeah,
some introductions because we have quite a few people watching.
don't know what's
So we
up
have
with Bruce
Anthony.
tonight. It's having a mad 5 minutes. Try that.
We have Anthony, our explorer.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, buddy? How are you doing?
Help, Anthony.
Yeah, we met with Anthony 2 weeks ago at the Slade Mine cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an awesome job. It made it to the national news. So it got a lot of positive attention, and definitely there was a lot of positives to draw from that as well, you know. And we are planning a live chat like this with you guys, the Welsh lads, with Gareth, with Anthony, with Gerard, with Jamie. Hopefully, he'll show us, and Dave Overground Underground. He'll be showing us. He'll be joining us as well. So that's got to be planned. It feels like longer than 2 weeks ago. It kind of does. You know, it's funny how time is going. Yeah, it was on a Friday, was it? Yeah. Oh, tomorrow would have been 2 weeks actually.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Back pain never heals properly. Uh,
Doesn't.
yeah. Against once you've been touched like that, you know, you have to stay off that line of work because it would only get worse.
I
Right,
don't
so we're
know.
here to review the, yeah,
I do a lot of heavy lifting and that lot now, and it's 30 odd years ago now. I mean, it'll never be right, Brock and manage. So that's what you do.
yeah. You can only manage once the damage is gone. You can only manage the consequences of it and try as best as you can to not aggravate it, I guess.
That's it.
Yeah.
Every now and
So
again, yeah. When it's cold, I do get the twinges every now and again.
yeah, yeah. So I'm guessing Anthony here has suffered with back pain as well. Sounds like is understands your pain, Tom.
Mm.
It's not kind of pain that I would want.
No, it's not
Put it this
nice.
way, can be. So we hear part three from the not the Lady Wash, wrong mine, but we're gonna touch on Lady Wash because
There you
it
are, through
connects
that
with,
big door there.
yeah. And Gareth, oh, Gareth has similar issues. He's only very young, Gareth, though, is he? He's got to be the younger. He's got to be the baby of the group. Yeah. So we're gonna roll on the part three. What I have done though is I have forward a bit to skip a lot of the driving around the sub levels because as we know from part two, we were in sub level three. We drove from sub level two to sub level three to sub level four, which was partly flooded as we saw in the video. And now we are going in the far end of the mine here. We must be a good when we get to Black Engine Shaft, I think is about 1.5 miles in, which is quite a long way. And
More than
so
that, isn't it?
interesting to see.
It's 3.5 kilometres
Sorry?
to where it's 3.5 kilometres down to Fans, down to Sea West from the entrance. So to
3.5 kilometers.
where we are there to where the 2 mile going up that way.
Yeah, a good mile. Yeah,
2 mile.
it's
Nearly 2 mile.
nearly 2 miles. I was going to say
From where you are
from the
there to
entrance to.
where we get through to where Fans are isn't that far.
Yeah, so we are going to be seeing in this video. We're going to be seeing the fans as they were working last. So this is very special footage in that sense that is the last footage that shows the fans working, and we are going to be looking at a lot more footage after that shows what's behind the fans, which Tom did a bit of work there back in the day. An interesting, very interesting, fascinating square raisel that we're going to be looking at, and we're going to be basically breaking down bit by bit exactly the ins and outs, how it was done, which is quite fascinating. Tom's smiling already, are you?
After chatting to my mate Pat yesterday, I'll tell you about it when we get there, but a little story about that.
Yeah, we'll get onto this, I'm sure. We have Gareth, Abandoned and Forgotten Wales, with us. Good evening, Gareth.
We've got Liam as well.
You've already been.
He's actually found us this time.
Oh yes, Liam. Yes, we are quite a lot in touch actually on Instagram. Always messaging back and forth about all sorts, mostly about Phoenix Lights, and we do our own private reviews on Phoenix Lights. We're both fans of the brand. Yeah.
Talking about Phoenix Lights, I've got a new one coming. We've told you about it today.
Yes, you have the HM75
on its way,
which is got an exceptional long-lasting battery time. Which
so they say. I'm hopefully it'll be here by next week, so I can try it out.
I am jealous. You'll be getting it before me, so. Well, I shall be getting it hopefully after August. Right, guys. Can beat Phoenix indeed, buddy. That's our opinion.
Wisdom take a lot of beating as well, but there you go. I'm biased.
Tom might differ. We have different opinions. Tom is an ambassador for Wisdom lights, which they are actually used by miners mostly, are they?
Yeah,
I believe
they do the job in the last hours and hours and hours.
The biggest market for the Wisdom lights is in the mining market, I believe.
North America, Australia, Southeast Asia, South America, all massive markets for Wisdom. Massive markets for their lights, and you can't beat them. For a proper working light, you can't beat them. Because that's basically what they are.
I've seen the output on your lights, when we have been exploring. We're going to be seeing on the video as well, and it's pretty impressive.
You never see me changing batteries, do you?
No, that's very right. But hope Phoenix Lights is not listening to this.
There's nothing wrong with Phoenix either.
Let's get on to this, guys. Let's press play and get to the good bits of this mine. Looking at all the rust and soot from.
Oh, it's all jerky now, Antonio.
Is it jerky now?
Yeah.
A lot of smoke. That would explain all the soot. On.
Very.
What about now? Very old. Slick as well.
That's better, I think.
Yeah, we might have to watch it like this. We are gonna park ourselves a bit lower down. Yeah. Is that better, Tom?
Yeah, spot on that, mate.
Okay.
Diesel fumes, this from all them comes whizzing by here because main fans stop here.
Yeah. So all the diesel fumes.
Did you want to see the main fans, Tom?
We've got to see everything we can. That's the
Still don't know why you're
statement.
asking me that.
Enough said.
Why are you asking? Why is he asking? Of course, we want to see the fans. Come on.
Why are you getting adverts for Ukrainian women, Antonio?
So Black Engine.
What there is up there is a one-person lift under a little haulage. And if for some reason mine gets blocked or a fire, there's a little haulage that can lift one person at a time up.
That's Black Engine shaft, is it?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like a little torpedo you climb into and it takes you to the top.
God.
It's easier than ever to make a custom video ad.
All the adverts.
Reach new customers.
Yeah, do you see the one on the left-hand side?
I'm sure you wouldn't want to be in that position.
It mentions the escape shaft of Black Engine, and that obviously is something else we can watch video on, because John very kindly sent me actual footage of him going down the escape shaft in the pod, right? So, but I think we're going to be deviating a lot. Maybe we have time later, but maybe we can show it on another time. But definitely something that we're going to be looking at and reviewing the footage of John going down Black Engine shaft in a pod, which was quite impressive and very kind of him to share it out. So we got McVitie. Is that how your name is pronounced? So your username, yeah? Yeah. Hello
Callum.
there. Thanks for joining us.
That's Callum, that
Thanks for
is.
joining the pod. Hey?
His name's Callum.
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 Oh, we have the man himself here. John, we were just talking about the footage, your footage of you going down the pod, down Black Engine. And I'm kind of tempted to show it now, but I think we're going to be deviating from this video. So it might be something that we might show later, see how we feel, or we might even, shall we say, do a special, podcast for another day and break down a bit more on Black Engine shaft, you going down the pod, and that area in itself of the escape shaft, because really there's a lot we can look at. We can look at as well at the footage of Black Engine mine. So that could be another day. Just got home. Yes, I did send in the link. I said, come and join us, John. John also used to be a miner here in Mildam, so he can bring in a lot of knowledge himself. Let's go to the fans, shall we, John and Tom?
Yeah, go for it.
We've never used it, touch wood.
Yeah. Black Engine shaft, emergency shaft, basically.
All this is coated with diesel fumes.
Yeah, all this blackened from diesel fumes, yeah. That's what made me think that it's got to be an older part of the mine, just looking at the blackness of this.
Look at cable, they're all covered in shaft. If you touch them, you just...
Jerking again, Antonio.
Is it jerking there?
Yeah. Really bad. It's like stop motion.
Okay. Let's try to go on settings, maybe reduce the quality 480, see what happens.
That's better.
How's that now? Yeah?
Spot on that.
We better?
Yeah. A lot better.
We're getting here actually to to the electric controls of the fans, which was quite impressive to see. Quite impressive to see, really. There you are. So that's the control, the electric control system for the fans. So you have two fans, fan 1 and fan 2. And looking at it, looks like you can probably touch on the speed of, the
Yeah,
fans.
you can slow them
To
down. You
control the
can
level.
speed them up and stop them.
You can what? Sorry.
It looks like you can send them either way. You can reverse them as well. And looking at that, you can alter speed as well.
Yeah, you can alter the speed. Most likely, like you say, reverse the flow of the air, so reverse the rotating, which it would make sense, I guess, if you want to bring air into the mine, or if you want to extract fumes or dust out of the mine, then you would ventilate outwards towards the adit. Is that right, Tom?
No, they sucked it through, didn't they? Because it went up Lady Wash.
Yeah.
All shite out of there. Everything that was sucked out of there went straight up Lady Wash.
Yeah. Okay. John is asking see if we can put it on big screen. Let's hope. If it's not jerky, it should be all right. I have lowered the quality to a bit, so it will work. Yeah. Okay. Let me know if it's jerky. Okay, Tom.
No, it's fine, mate, at the moment. Absolutely fine.
Electrical hazard.
See that? A little bit, Antonio. Yeah, it is. That came out to where we're going in a minute.
Yeah.
Jerky again.
What is this? An old transformer?
Right, it's going again now.
Right in the coal mines.
Is it jerking again?
Wow.
No, it's fine now.
An old transformer. Like the ones they use in the old coal mines.
Came out to sell it all, that did.
That's a transformer that came out of Solihull.
Yeah, I think it came out of Lady Wash originally. But it came out to sell it all.
It's quite a big piece, isn't it?
It's just crazy that all this is working, and it might one day, or it will one day for sure, stop working and be left all derelict here. Just mad.
One big kit of electric stuff, that, yeah.
There's a few grand.
It was so impressive. A few grams worth of it, yeah. It was so impressive to see it all working. All the all the displays on and everything.
We are going to get close, basically towards black engine. Are we going to see black engine, the bottom of it?
Yeah, in a bit.
Okay. Oh, two main fans. Yeah, that's what we want to see. When we explore Lady Wash, we could hear that in the levels. We could hear this boom, boom, boom.
Old A drive, that.
It's a very ominous sound. How close?
Which drive, Tom?
A drive, that was.
That's A drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying on the video, funny enough, we could when we explore from Lady Wash End, so about a mile, the other end towards the old Lady Wash, we could hear the fans going. So that's how powerful they are. Really, you can hear them all for miles, really, on the ground. Yeah,
How close can we get to them?
It was B drive. Sorry, my mistake. Not A.
B drive.
B.
Wow. Oh, there was a door, but obviously. So this is not the way to Lady Wash. No. 5 meters, so that's about here. 5 meters, no more.
They are spinning, as you can see on the video, so they are fully working there.
They are now in County Durham.
So those those same fans that we can see there. You tell me they're in County of Durham.
Yeah, they're at Princess Marina Mine near Stanhope.
Yeah. Princess Marina mine.
Yeah,
That's a Fluorspar mine, is that right?
yeah, it's the one that's working there.
It's incredible. Absolutely incredible to see working fans. And the air is so fresh now. Obviously, without
Is that you, or is it?
these fans, you would have.
Is that you that
Yeah.
it's knocking on?
Yeah, that was me. Sorry, guys. It's just come out the link. We're gonna go back in and stream the video. So yeah, those fans, as you're saying, Tom, they're still in use in
Well,
County
I
of
don't know.
Durham.
I don't know whether they've put them in, but they've certainly gone up there. They were sat outside in the yard of the mine a month ago when I was told.
Really?
We've gone
Wow.
to the same place as the Boart rig's gone. In fact, a lot of stuff's
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
up there.
yeah.
In fact, I think the escape pod that you're on about, that's going up there as well.
Really?
Mm.
So they're gonna be make.
I'll have to ask Andy
Yeah, yeah.
about.
So they are gonna be making use of it.
Yeah.
That's incredible. It's nice. It's nice that they can reutilize machinery really like that instead of wasting it away really, because it's no good just equipment of that level of quality that has been working and reliable that just to be leaving it to rust away just totally wouldn't make sense. Plus it must be worth a lot of money, I would imagine, even second hand.
Mm.
Yeah. So we're back on the video.
I think
Thanks
John
guys
said
for all
that
your patience. Yeah,
John said
sorry.
the bearings.
Yeah.
John says the bearings were knackered and he wanted a set of bearings, and I think the cost was about £20,000. So that's why they didn't
So
bother
just
doing
bearings really that,
Yeah, a lot of money.
right. Yeah, sounds like it, does it? Even any parts or anything. So we got there, we're gonna present, share the screen. And share. Here we come. Again, if it starts jerking, guys, let us know. Or let me know, Tom.
Yeah, will do, mate.
So this is not the way to lady wash.
Taking a second look because it's just fascinating, to see them
5
working.
meters, so that's about here. 5 meters.
Just the thing, they're
No
not
more.
there now. Right now, they're not there. This is historical footage actually of these fans. Yeah, a speed drive.
It is. And you see that slit next to you there?
Yeah.
Worked on that.
On that slit on the right, you can see.
Yeah, and the one
Incredible to see
coming down.
And the air is so fresh now.
Yeah, so that slit that you can see on the right there, is that right?
Yeah, well,
is that one there on the...
Yeah, there's two there. There's one that's a roadway up, and the other one I think goes into a slit. And where it goes into a slit, we're long holding that because A drives directly above that. And
yeah, so right there on the right. Okay. And
here
there is a door there, right?
Yeah.
Which on this particular Explore we didn't cross, as we know. So do we want to cross the portal and take a look, Tom? Because there's something very special that you actually took part of engineering.
If you want to
race that is something really, really particular, special about it, and that is cut in a rectangular shape. The race, which to me was quite amazing actually to be able to see something like that in terms of engineering. So we are going to be looking at this then.
Yeah,
We're going to
go
cross
for
the
it.
portal. Guys, just hang on. We are going to go to the link that I send you, and here, Tom. Right, let's go on to it. And I'm gonna, yeah, on 480p, so that's good. I'm gonna go and share the screen. I am getting the hang of this, I have to say. Is a lot better than what I used to be on. So press end. We're gonna stop the screen and add this other video. And we're gonna be crossing that little portal there between the fans and see what's behind them. Share the screen. Yep. Share. Oh. So there we have it. We're going to play the video, and hopefully it's not going to be too jerky, this one. But let me know, Tom, if it is.
I will do, mate, yeah.
Still spinning. That's incredible. Absolutely perfectly a square. If it was all fully functioning.
Right, let's get to the bit where we get to the portal.
Fun.
There you are.
That is.
So on this part, on this video, actually, obviously this is when the fans were not working. How is that displaying, Tom?
Still
Fine,
spinning.
mate, absolutely fine.
Fan's working, you know.
Yeah, I know, they turned them on and off here, didn't
They're actually spinning because of the airflow, so they're not actually on.
I've seen these fans
No.
working when I did the mine.
You might have seen this video before,
Now to
Tom. I
see
don't
them
know,
like
this
this,
video of
I have
mine.
seen it, yeah.
Yeah, I actually showed a section of the fans working in this video, which compares to the fans not working
Let's
now.
get through there.
This has got grease gun here. Brand new and almost. And a tub of grease.
Someone's left half-eaten yogurt.
Let me get out, Tony, if you want to go in there. Still in date.
Been there since 1989.
A yogurt you on
Yeah.
about?
Still in
Yeah.
date. Have a look.
You probably just, you look at the amount of mold on
Is
it.
that still edible? That
Totally edible. Look at that. I've got things like that in my fridge at home.
Just say, look at the camera and say it again. Seriously.
Eric is comical,
That
isn't
is
it?
definitely in date. And I've got a few of these samples in my fridge, right at the back of the fridge. I've forgotten about over the years. It's still edible. Waste not, want not, as far as I'm concerned. That is good bacteria, friendly bacteria.
That builds your immune system.
It does, exactly.
So we're taking a view from behind the fans here.
I have a needle.
That's the view behind the fans.
What's that, Tom?
I think they've met your shit back through Ivan Needle.
It would, yeah. I wouldn't be touching that yogurt. We got Josh joining us today as well. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Nay up, Josh. Yeah,
He's very comical, Eric. Yes, I work with him, and is makes me want to look forward to work when I wake up in the morning when I know he's on, because we always have a good laugh. He's got a brilliant sense of humor.
he has to
So-
working with you.
Yeah, definitely. Back of the fans. Let's take a look at them.
Yeah?
Did you hear that?
What?
It's like eyes looking at you.
I am doing, yeah?
What's that, Tom?
It's like
That
a
is
set of
crazy.
eyes
And
looking at you.
there's like kind of Oh, and taking a look from them, from the back. Wow. Look at that. That's from the back. And that's the emergency stop. And that's the other fan. Look, they can shut the ventilation if you want. Look.
Them sort of flaps certainly would mean that if it ventilates, if the airflow goes the opposite way, it would restrict the flow. I'm
Yeah,
not quite sure what's the purpose of them.
I
But
don't, to be honest with you, I don't think they could reverse them thinking about it with them flaps being there because it'd suck them.
no,
But when
Yeah,
they blow,
that's-
both them flaps are wide open,
yeah,
so they'd be both out straight, so air can get down past either side of them.
yeah, that's a good point, because obviously when we were saying, well, they probably reverse the fans, well, looking at these flaps, it looks like it doesn't. It's like
Some
a
of them you
non-return valve.
Basically, yeah,
Like
that
an-
one you can't.
like
But
an-
I don't think some of them you could, especially roof ones.
Yeah.
Those that are on the roof, you could reverse them if you needed to.
I mean, you probably could, but you would have to do something with these flaps, I'm sure. One thing I've never seen in all of these videos are mice. No,
There's mice
actually,
down there. I've never
uh,
seen.
I've never seen the mine explore. Well, no, mine exploring. Have you?
No, never seen a
Um,
mouse in mine.
hmm,
Plenty of
online,
spiders
maybe
and creepy crawlies, but no mice.
maybe one, maybe yes. We saw once actually in Sally Hall, but it was near the entrance. It's very, very close to the entrance. I don't think they venture very deep inside mines, do they?
They will do if
No,
there's plenty of food down there, but I've never seen any. There's no down there now,
no.
is there? There's no for them to eat. I mean, you look
Yeah,
at some of
that's
them
it.
American mines; they have them mine cats down there. Look a bit like ringtail lemurs and them things. They find them hundreds and hundreds of feet underground. So God knows what they live on. And you get a lot of pat rats as well in mines over there, but a lot of them they tend to find them quite close to entrance. They have massive nests. But then mine cats,
Mhm.
they find them hundreds of feet underground. God knows what they eat.
Yeah, exactly. And as Gareth very rightly says, we find plenty of frogs, as which and the longer ones, the ones that have like spots. I can't
Newts,
remember what they're called.
newts,
Newts.
newts.
Yes, we found quite a lot of them, and it makes you wonder how they survive, or if they just accidentally fallen. In coal mines, they had plenty of rats and mice. Interesting. So, yeah, so that would make sense just to bring cats down just to chase the mice, would it?
A
So,
mine cat isn't a cat. A
no,
mine cat, they call them mine cats, but they look a bit like you know what a ringtail lemur is. They
yeah,
look a
I
bit
think so.
like
Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
Hang on, bear with me, because I'll get you a picture of one.
Yes, and Liam says the most he has seen is horseshoe bats in Wales. Yes, they are cool looking bats. Yeah, bats are probably the most common living things, I would say, in mines. Then next up would be frogs and newts, and next up, obviously, yeah, probably the odd
Can you
mouse
see
or
that, Antonio?
yes.
Hang
Have
on,
you
hang on,
have you shared it on?
hang on. Let me get. I
Yeah,
can't.
share it on the screen. If not, it doesn't matter.
Hang on, I'll send it you on.
Yeah,
See if I
bats.
can get.
Yeah, plenty of them. It is nice when you see bats in
I
mines.
don't
It
know if you
just
can
sort of
see that.
brings the plot to life, does it?
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
think.
sure
I don't,
Joss has never seen a bat in a coal mine. I don't think they're the kind of places that would be, uh, you know, ideal for bats. The atmosphere would be very, very poorly ventilated. Yeah,
I'll send it you on
right.
Messenger, Antonio.
Yeah. So you send me on Messenger. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
a
that's a
mine.
picture of. So that's a picture of a what? Sorry,
A mine cat that they get in America.
a mine
Find them
cat.
in mines.
So they get them in America. In what? In American mines?
The American a lot of American mines in the Midwest and Nevada and um, California and Arizona, places like that.
Let's see the image. So can you see, guys? Yeah, there it is.
We've diversified yet again.
Yeah, that little thing. It's got a nice looking tail, has it? It's more like a fox kind of thing. In Arizona, right?
Yeah, Colorado, Arizona, all that over that side. They're about the size of a domestic cat.
Yeah,
In fact, a lot of them in states they find wild cats and cougars and God knows what else inside mines.
yeah.
Wild pigs.
Gareth,
Yeah,
wild pigs as
exactly.
well. Yes.
Um,
Mine cats on Frank and Shannon channels,
yeah,
exploring abandoned mines. Yes,
they do.
yes. Wow,
And
interesting.
Glies as well. In fact, Gly absolutely shit himself when one ran up a stope. He thought it were a
Yeah.
ghost.
And yes, Josh agrees that he's the one he was thinking about. Is a good channel. Frank's channel, yeah. Frank exploring abandoned mines, yeah.
He
Is
does
very
it
big in
beautifully,
America. I
though.
don't know if he stopped doing videos now.
He
I believe
stopped.
he
He does the
has.
odd one because he's bought a mine, anti in Canada. He's sort of opened up as a museum, and he tends to do the odd one from there now, but nothing else. Anyway, we've
Yeah,
diversified a lot.
yeah. That's right. He's opened his museum, so he kind of collects pieces from his explores. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah. He has Gareth.
I don't know about collects them or sort of borrows them and doesn't take them back and doesn't tell people.
Borrows
But
them. Yeah,
don't quote me on that. But it has been sort of publicised a little bit that things go missing.
right. Okay. I'm not really that kind of mine explorer,
No,
but yeah, I know some can be inclined that way. I think artifacts belong in the mine personally, but hey ho, yeah, still in bits. Yeah,
something
I
still, but
think
yeah, something like that. Yeah, but
I
I'm
think
not
artifacts.
incriminating myself,
I think artifacts or anything that's in the mine belongs to every explorer that wants to visit the mine, so they should be left there. Whole
including yogurt
machines.
pots.
Wow,
Yeah, he's had Amco loaders. He's had tubs. He's had all sorts
really? From underground mines? Wow.
from up
Yeah,
to
I think
gather.
that's a bit extreme. We could say his argument is he's saving it for people to see, but I still don't agree with it. I think things belong to the mine. Yeah. Not beating Mr. North Picks. He's a Phoenix legend of America. Oh yes, North Peak Adventures, Nick. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I follow
My
him on
friend
Instagram.
Nick,
Yeah,
my mate
I
Nick is a
believe
good lad.
you're in touch with him as well. Yeah,
Yeah, he's invited me over there, but don't know.
he's welcome. He's welcome to come and visit us anytime. We'll show him some
Yeah,
good mines, eh?
he said he'd like to, but he's invited me over there to go exploring with him. But I
You
don't think
lucky bugger.
yeah, she won't let me go. I'll have to
Just
send you in.
just
He's
just
a good friend.
tell the wife you're going to America. That's it. Is
He's a
happening.
good friend.
Yeah, and we have Gareth. He says he likes TVR Exploring Channel. They have their own mine too. Wow,
You want
now that's
to have a
interesting.
look at Exploring with Tom and Julie? Really, really good. Very informative. And they both follow me on my channel, which is quite good.
Even better, eh? Um, all folks seems we all follow same channels. Yeah,
just about.
yeah. I think because obviously they are quite popular channels that go around, and there is not that great deal of mine exploring channels, to be fair. You know.
Not decent ones anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we move on, guys? It was a
Yeah,
neat
let's have a look at this rhizole.
side chat, and we're going to be seeing, not this, we're going to remove this. We're going to be seeing the rhizole behind the fans that Tom had had an involvement in driving up, which will be very interesting to see. Let's have a look. Okay, present. We're gonna stop the screen and we're gonna share the next one, which is this one. Share, and we play. We are
Wow.
walking.
This is crazy. This is fine.
We're walking the levels behind the fans where all the fumes were blown in. Really, that's why it's got this very sooty sort of, color the walls. All the soot from the diesel fumes. Is that right,
Do
Tom?
not enter.
Yeah, everything went up there. When the link was sort of through to Lady
Ooh.
Wash, everything went up there.
What is here?
What's that other side
If
of
you
there?
see the not enter sign, you know you're in for a good time, don't you?
Oh my God. That is. That is one hell of a shaft. You definitely
So we're looking.
don't want to
You're
be
looking
going
down
down
first.
there.
What you've got to remember with that, when that was cut, where you're stood now didn't exist. That was solid rock. So where you are now, you couldn't get to there. You couldn't get to there. That's been driven after that shaft was cut. So when you look up, it was drilled from the other side of the air door on the 280-foot level in Lady. Well, it wasn't Lady. Well, it was Lady Wash, but it was sea west of Mill Dam. It was drilled from down there. Where you are now was just still solid rock, and then it came out on the A drive, which was the 160-foot level of Lady Wash on the connection higher up, and it's 100 and top of my head 140 feet between them both, something like that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how it was cut after.
I've
So
got
that's
this wrong, Tom, haven't I?
You are, sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, I've got this right because I say that you're the X-miner. So there's the actual footage of the square shaft. We're going to be seeing a bit more of it, but we're going to stop it right here. And let me put it on the side there. That's it. Is that information right? That you, Tom, back in the 90s, worked with another miner friend to drill this race, yeah?
Yeah, it was drilled on nights, afternoons, and days. Basically, what we did, if you look into the corners, you can see where it was drilled up in the corners. So we drilled 4 holes up, one in each corner. And we drilled a little bit of the section out in the bottom and blasted that out, just so they'd room to work. So then a company from Italy called Pellegrini's, they weren't marble miners as such, but they built marble cutting saw. So they were basically a wire rope, a diamond studded wire rope, and it worked on like a pulley, a bit like a bicycle crank. So what they did, they fed the rope up one hole and down the other and onto this pulley, and it worked on like a slide. And they set it up in the slip below. So there's a slip below there, which is, like I say, on the 280-foot level. the bottom of Sea West, and they cut it from there. And they were 2 weeks cutting that. And what they did,
2
they cut all
weeks
four,
to cut all
2
that.
weeks to cut it, yeah, with a saw. And they cut it,
Wow.
and they left a little bit at the bottom uncut. So then we charged that, because what we did, we actually drilled the whole lot. We drilled the 4 corners, but also drilled the whole thing so we could actually charge it and fire it down. So then we came in after they'd cut it like that, and we charged the bottom. We fired it. It didn't come down the first time we fired it, so we had to fire it again. But when we fired it the first time, you're pretty well directly underneath the barrel in there at Breton. And we blew a few tails off the roof when we fired it the second time. There was that much powder up it. But
God.
But
God.
yeah, it basically, you've got that perfectly smooth shaft, and it was used as a tipping shaft.
Yeah, you can see in this capture from the video that exactly this so smooth the surface, and the corners are just perfect 90 degrees. So just to think it took 2 weeks though is quite crazy, really. Is
They only did it on.
but
They didn't work at night. They only did it on days. They worked. They worked probably from about 7 till 4, 5 o'clock in an afternoon. They didn't cut it on nights. They only did it on days. But yeah, really interesting. Quite cool to watch them do it, actually. And you could hear, it's all you heard when you were working down there. You just hear that saw going around cutting it like a bit like a sawing noise. It was quite interesting, really interesting.
yeah, and this sewing this chain diamond chainsaws basically. They use them in the marble mines in Italy, because I've seen somewhere
Yeah.
actually. I can't remember where I've seen actual footage of the marble saw machines working. And next thing you see this big, massive square block of marble that just goes boom, just falls from the roof. Um, it wasn't the case like this, was it? You didn't have a big block of limestone coming down, did you, when you cut it, or
No,
kind of?
you still had to fire it like normal to shatter it. Otherwise, you'd have
So
never got it out.
yeah. You started firing away, basically drilling and blasting, and then sort of with the saw just shape it around the edges. And yeah, okay.
I think
Yeah.
it was actually, from what I can gather, from what I can remember, it was done as a test to see whether it would work. I mean, we were trying all sorts when they were doing that. Where it came out on A drive up above, we even had a jostle, know what I mean, by a chain conveyor, which came from Coalboard, and they were using that to fire stuff down. I think when they finished this, to fire stuff down this rise hole down to the bottom, so we could muck it out from that level above. And basically, you put the ore on the chain conveyor, and it into the rise, and it sent it down. That's it, yeah, an AFC. But,
What's an AFC?
It's a chain conveyor. It's a flat conveyor belt, like a chain
conveyor.
conveyor belt. Where it got buried, because we'd got really, really good quality Fluorspar, and mineral. There was not just Fluorspar, there was Brighties and whatever else in there as well. It honestly looked like sugar. It was really good, and we were working on a bonus scheme then as well, and we were making a lot of money through the bonus. And what they were trying to do above it, they were trying to shotcrete above it, because there's a shale cap there, and they were trying to shotcrete the shale cap, but it didn't work. It ended up coming in, and it completely buried the conveyor belt. In fact, I think you've seen it when you went up on A drive, when you went down onto 160 level. When you went there that time, you could see what was left of the conveyor belt, and also the control box for the mixer for the shotcreting. But yeah, it got buried and never seen again.
Yeah. It's thanks for all the detail that you're explaining, Tom. It's just fascinating. It still marvels me to just look at this race just so perfectly square cut and all the work that was involved, obviously, and that you were part of it. It's fascinating, really. Is it? I mean, for you, must bring obviously it must refresh a lot of your memories
Oh, it does.
as a miner.
And I honestly don't know if there's another one like that in the country. There may be, but
Never
I've never heard of one.
in my mine exploring days. I mean, I'm talking like I've done every mine. I haven't, but no, this is very, very unique. You know,
For a rise,
you could, yeah, a rice hole, square rice hole like this. You could quite confidently say that this is probably the only one. Yeah, at least that's been documented or rediscovered, shall we say? There's that many mines in the country. They're still active. Some of them are they, and some are very hidden. But yeah, let's move on with the footage, and we're gonna get a bit views on this and other sections of this area, which is quite interesting.
Wow. Does it go?
Just looks like it's backfilled, yeah, but you can get down there.
Does it keep going? Does it open up?
These pipes go all the way down, but there's like all this rubble at this height all the way down.
Is it at what height? At this height?
This height that I'm at now, it's like this cups.
Just to be clear, this is right next to the rice hole. So the rice hole is, as we are looking at this backfill or infill level, is on the left, just there on the left, yeah. And as we saw this, we could see that's like a lot of like a backfill level, and I told my friend that just there's this go and have a look, and he did actually go, and he borrowed some of his footage, and it'll be interesting to have a look. Let's have a quick look. Okay, Tom, you were saying that this should go quite a long way.
I reckon
but
it will.
let's take a look.
Are you comfortable going down there for an explore?
Yeah, yeah.
And come back obviously before 5 minutes or so? Yeah. You basically do your own assessment. Just go as far as you feel comfortable, basically, yeah? And tell me what you see.
Oh, my friend Eric takes a second look at the shaft. At the race. Oh, there we are. We're back on the footage of the backfill level. So that was footage of my friend there. And as you can see, it looks like this level obviously had some sort of ventilation, looking at the tube on the left. But it's been pretty much infilled all the way.
Oh, wow.
Now,
That's a proper shaft, that.
Right, go on the other
I'm
side.
just
Go on the
thinking about
left.
that,
On the
Antonio.
right hand side.
Yeah.
I think that might actually be a lady wash level, because you look where that shaft is, unless they've come from. No, they can't have. There's no way that they could have got over that shaft, where that shaft is there. They've not gone around there with a machine. And looking at those tins, that ducting is older than what we use. I reckon that's a lady wash level.
That tin there, you mean that on the left?
The ducting, yeah, I honestly think that's a lady wash level, because that rise hole, like I say, that rise hole wasn't there on that level. So I reckon when they've driven that and that level on there to where that rise hole is, where they've come out into there, that's a lady wash level. I'm pretty certain that could be a lady wash level. Because how would they have crossed that rise hole with a machine to drill it? Because there's no room to get past it.
Yeah. No, it would make sense. As you can see here, my friend obviously didn't go all the way, so we always been left wondering what is at the end of this. But Tom, as you know, when you're going to explore this mine, you are walking 1.5 miles to this point, and then you find this infill level that you're crouching down, and you think, how far can I go before I lose all my stamina? Still need an hour's walk basically to get out of here,
Mm.
But it would make sense to be a lady wash level.
Could be. I will. I'll get my plans out and I'll have a look at that because I'm intrigued now.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued.
But when you say the ducting, you mean the tubing on the left here,
Yeah,
yeah?
the tubing on the left. Yeah, it's
That-
quite old stuff. That is.
Yeah, that's quite old stuff, is it? And
Well,
the way the ventilate that was for ventilation, I imagine,
yeah,
was
it's
it? Obviously,
galvanized like that. I mean, we had pipe like that, but I know they used a lot of that in Lady Wash, a hell of a lot. But you look at the slits. You've gone where you are now. To your right there was some arch ring set slits with the arches in, and they didn't look over big arches. They didn't either.
yeah, he looks on the right in a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's
See, I mate, I didn't even know that was up there when I went up there and looked. I didn't even know that was there.
yeah, you can see the arches there, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm frozen on the screen here. You can just about see the arches there. Yeah, there you are. So that's the arches. So that sort of gives away that must be Lady Wash level, really.
I will find
Yeah.
out. I'll ask somebody because I'm not 100% certain.
Yeah, you can always revisit your plans. I'm sure there's plenty of ex-miner friends of yours that you can.
It's just a little bit bizarre of where that sits in relationship to where that rise hole crosses there, because, like I say, that rise hole didn't cross there. There was nothing there when I worked there. It was just a dead end. So I think that the original fans were down in the bottom end, and they ran down in a parallel drive to where you are on the main drive on Sea West, and that ran down into Lady Wash the other way from up where A Drive is. And they've driven this. I reckon they've driven this into there to where that rise hole is, because that rise hole comes up on the level above. And I reckon they've driven it to there to get the airflow right down there, and also send it up into the 160-foot level of Lady Wash and lose it down there, because it'd go down there and then drop down the other rise hole at the other end and out down the 280-foot and out up into the up the shaft at Lady Wash. All the fumes would run that way, you see. Or that might, daft as it seems, that level there could be connected to somewhere where you get onto Lady Wash, onto main drive as well, to lose it all. Because if you look, it's very, very dark and suttered, isn't it, when you look at it there?
It is. It's going to be one of them places that I've always going to wonder, what's at the end of it. But we didn't physically have the energy or the mental enthusiasm to go all the way down. It's crazy when you visit places like this that so big, so vast, and you're always left wondering where does this go?
I will find out.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting. Something for you to look on your plans and to do some inquiries, basically, from some of the old miners that knew this particular area of the mine.
Yeah, somebody will know.
Yeah. So we're going to be seeing again another view of the square rise hole in a minute.
Wow.
So we go on to Eric, my friend there.
Right, go on the other side. Go on the left, on the right hand side.
He couldn't get over the fact that you can't see the bottom of the
with your ankle
shaft here. I mean, we did drop a stone and you can hear it, banging the end. Probably another
get to the edge there.
60 foot or so.
And shine it up, basically. So shine it down first. Shine it down. Full power. There's more power than that. Yeah, that's it. Shine it down. So that's going down.
How far?
And that's going up.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Have you seen how that's
Lovely
been
view.
square
Lovely, lovely view.
I don't remember the road.
with the chain? Can you see it's so smooth? There was a chain on the corner and a pulley at the top and kept running.
No, there were no pulley at top.
Well, it wasn't at the top, no, was it?
Is that what you're talking
Just
about?
literally looped over and down.
Looked over and down, yeah.
This is intriguing me, this is now, because actually they are quite big.
Yeah,
There's been a fan
yeah,
there.
as you can see. Yeah, as you can see, it does go a long way. I mean, his light just doesn't get to the end of it. I did have a look and I couldn't see the end of it. It just goes and goes and goes. That was the end of it basically. And you see, it just goes into more darkness, more of the same, you know, for how long, God knows. Yeah, definitely very intriguing.
But
It's
the other question I've got is how have they backfilled it like that? Because there's no way on God's earth they would backfill it with an Imco rocker shovel like that. That to me that's been done with a wheel loader, but obviously there was no way over that shaft, and they won't have put a false floor over it because it's not strong enough. The only other way they can have done that is from the other end, but how? I reckon that goes. I reckon because if you look now, look where that big boulder is there. You can see a split in it on the left there.
yeah,
There's been a fan sat in there. To the left, the way you see the gap in the tins.
yeah, there.
There's been a fan sat there for pulling.
What makes you think that?
Well, you can see the gap where it's sat.
All right, yes, okay, yeah.
You can't see them roof bolts very well, can you? To see what they're like, to see whether they're sort
No,
of modern or old.
no, you can see there the obviously the reinforcement, some of the reinforcement, but yeah, it does look pretty old, does it? That's got to be lady wash times. It's got to
Very
be.
possible. I
Yeah,
will have a look and I'll let you know because it's sort of quite intriguing that is now. It's just when you
Yeah.
look at around that rise hole, around the square. I mean, it's all sort of piled up round there, and
yeah. On another video, obviously we explore the level. I think it's the level above the rice hole is the 160. Is that right?
yeah. But have you?
It's
Well, yeah. Have you not any video of the bottom of that rise hole?
No, no. I think the bottom of the rice hole is, you know, where we look on the main video that we started, and we go down into Lady Wash, and it gets really silty. I think that's where it goes on one of
That's
the
where it
splits on
is.
the
It's
left.
down there, but it's where the doors are. It's through that door, and it's either the second or your third one on your left-hand side, not where it dips down, because where it dips down is where we had to drop the level of the floor to go underneath where the water was coming in, but you'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna carry on with the video. Okay. Obviously we're gonna carry on with the rest, a bit of this, and then we're gonna go back to the main video that we were looking at, which is the one that we filmed together, Tom, when the man was still working. The old fans.
We are proper excited. It's like, oh, here, what's there? What's beyond?
Right, this is gonna show us the old fans anyway. Shall we take a look at that?
Oh, just go back a little bit. Can you go back to the corner? Yeah. Right, stop there.
We are proper excited.
Yeah.
That's coming down B drive again, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like,
Is
oh, here,
this
what's
your
there?
video?
What's beyond? Oh my God, look at this.
Stop there. Stop there.
Yeah.
Just go back a little bit.
Go back a bit. Yeah.
And that's cod. No, you can't see it on there, but that's where.
It's like, oh, here, what's there? What's beyond?
Can you see that lump?
Expertise.
You won't get. Yeah.
Right. On that corner there now, where you are, up there.
Yeah.
Can you see on the, as you look, on the right-hand screen, keep going over a little bit more, lower down, down a bit where you are
Yeah.
now, drop down, and come back a little bit the other way. No, other way.
Yeah.
There, go up a touch.
Yeah.
Can you see that white paint on the wall there?
This white paint. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a bit lower there.
I can see the white paint there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know where you are there because I've told you about that. I
Oh
pointed
my
that
God.
out.
That's not it, is it?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
and just
Yeah.
up back where we were on that slit just before you got to the fans is
Yeah.
where I was working, and I had a little visitor coming up towards me from there. And my mate Pat had the same visitor as well.
That's why you said you saw the ghostly
Yeah.
apparition.
Yeah, just up there, up near them fans. But when we're working in that slit,
What do you exactly see? I know you told us, but obviously there might be some viewers that haven't heard the story.
well, one Saturday morning, and it wasn't long after, about a month and a half after the accident occurred there on that corner. And basically a friend, a bloke at work, we got trapped around the roll cage of a machine. He got caught on that wall there, about there.
In that wall there. Oh
There's
my
a lump
God.
sticks out, and he got hooked up on that and it crushed his chest.
Oh,
And
nasty.
about 3 months after, well, not 3 months, maybe a month and a half after, we were working higher up because they were just driving that at that time. That rise up that drive there, up that B drive. We were just driving at the time. We'd gone a bit farther and we got up round that corner. We were working in the slits on the right, and we were long goaling. And it was before break time, Saturday morning, and me and a lad called Andy were working away. I was on the controls, he was on the steels, and I just said, I looked around and I said, oh, somebody coming up. We thought it was shift boss because they were wearing white overalls. And shift bosses back then always used to wear white overalls. And anyway, a minute or so later, we looked back and there were nobody there. They'd gone.
God.
And we went out, mentioned it to shift boss at break time. He's not been down that part of the mine. Now, my mate Pat, may have been a bit before or a bit after, was working in the same area. This time he was on the steels, and the lad Andy that I was working with was on the controls. And he just happened to look up and look at Andy, and there was somebody stood at the side of Andy. There was a figure there, but they couldn't really make out who it was or what it was. But they didn't speak about it until they came out. They came out having a shower, and they just mentioned it to each other, and they both saw it. Quite bizarre.
It must be something when you see it, you sort of keep quiet about it because you think no one's going to believe me, but then you have to talk about it because it's quite a shocking thing, I imagine, to see an apparition like that.
But
yeah,
this isn't far away from when I went down with Odgie last January, and we heard a machine working, and we weren't a million miles away from here, and there were no machines in the mine, none whatsoever. And that we were probably a little bit farther up the main drive, up towards A drive, which isn't a million miles away from where you are there. But yeah, it was really bizarre, really bizarre.
that's really freaky. really creepy. Yeah, it goes to show. It's quite a common thing, is it? As mine explorers, mostly miners, obviously, because you spend more time on the ground, so you're more likely to see, things like that, apparitions or
The
hear
thing
strange
is,
noises, and
I didn't know Pat had seen that until a fortnight ago when he told me. And when he told me, every hair on my body stood up on end because we'd both seen pretty much exactly the same thing in the same area. And Jeff, who took us round, I know Jill vouch for this. Jeff had an apprentice, and Jeff's apprentice was putting some cable down a rise to couple up those transformers that you've just seen higher up, and he was feeding it down, and there were nobody down there below him, and he saw somebody walk underneath it in,
oh my God,
he described as a donkey jacket with orange shoulder pads. And ask Odgie will tell you
God.
exactly his name. And they laughed at him, but yeah, it's very true. It did happen. Quite bizarre, really.
Yeah, you can't really deny it what you've seen, obviously, and most of when others that were around you have seen the same thing, the same apparitions, and is obviously going into terms what is it? There's everyone will have different beliefs, different ideas. I do think we are as energetic beings that we are. Probably when we die, we leave some sort of energy imprint around us, or in the places where terrible things has happened. There's been an imprint. You have like you hear of people like that go and visit places like Auschwitz, in the concentration camps, and
Poland,
they
yeah.
and they feel their hairs stand up when they are there, and so there's kind of an energy field about the place, is there?
Well,
And in
what have
mines
you
must be
got
the
in
same.
there? What have you got in there? You've got limestone all around you. You've got water running just down below back of where he stood, and it's full of crystals. It's the perfect stone, really, when you think about it. Everything conducts it.
Yeah, energy conductive. Yeah, very
Yeah,
much.
anyway, we'll carry on.
You know, after we were reviewing your photo from the coal
Yeah.
mine, that's fascinating photo of the miner ghost. I've got a UV light actually from Amazon that I'm going to be using, try to do some photography as well on my phone, and see what happens. I mean, good luck tomorrow, so that might be my chance to to
Well,
capture a ghost on camera. You never know.
that place is supposedly haunted, mate.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
things go walkabout in there.
I've
Ask
heard,
Dave
I've heard
about it.
things. I've heard stories from of some of the guys there. Yeah,
Things do go
quite fascinating
walkabout.
stories.
We've ended up
It
talking
is
about ghosts yet again.
yeah. It I love our chats, Tom. We start talking engineering and this and that, and we end up talking about ghosts, eh?
We just diversify.
Lovely,
Why not?
very diversified. Why not? Lovely chat, Tom. Shall we move on a bit
Yeah,
with
go on.
video, see where else we can see? I think we are going to get to the old fans here, Tom, and
Where you going?
old fans as they were. I believe a friend of mine
Now's the
has a
time to
picture.
get your torch out. Do it. Do it.
There we are. That's the portal, Tom. Beautiful
That
portal. That's the
wasn't
boundary portal, is it? You could say between Mildam and Lady
sort
Wash.
of. Yeah, well, it was a bit farther on. That wasn't there. That's been built recently. Well, in the last 30 years, anyway. Lady Wash starts a bit farther on.
further on towards Lady Wash. Yeah, okay, so it's not quite uh, precise boundary bit. Yeah, as we slide them down, you can see already the frames for the old fans right there. So we still
Oh my
basically mill
God.
them, are we?
It's all
The
milled
amount
down,
of
that is.
water. That's
It
coming
was
down
crazy
here.
to
It's
see.
unreal.
It was crazy to see the amount of water that's running down there. Obviously, all the water from the mine basically is running in that direction
I've seen
and
that
coming
dry as
to.
well, you know.
You've seen that where?
I've seen that dry when I went, I think it was September time when I picked my drill up. That was dry.
Yeah,
So where you are, about where you are now,
yeah,
the slit on your left there now, I think it was that one, is where that risol was driven from. No, the other way. You can't, can you? But where that pallet is there, right?
yeah, yeah,
To your left there, I think that's where the risol was driven from, somewhere around about there. That square risol, somewhere
yeah,
around
yeah.
about there.
I was gonna say my idea from the bearings we took is that it would drop down basically somewhere around here, but yeah,
Yeah, that's
that would
roughly
make
where it
sense.
was. Because the slit opposite there now, look,
Yeah,
that one, the
oh,
one
look,
to your right,
the one to the right, yeah,
yeah,
that we're
is
gonna look
where
now there.
in there, right, there's a parallel drive that runs opposite this drive at the back of there. So where you are there now, where that fan housing is there, it drops down there. You can see it drops down steeply down the other side. So when we were driving this down here to connect up to Lady Wash, we're what they call a water shack, which is basically an underground. I think it must have been an underground lake. The amount of water that came out of there, and
Yeah,
it flooded the bottom of the mine because obviously there was no connection. It was still solid wall, and it started to fill up. So, and it was literally a 2-inch hole that we'd drilled, if that. And we ended up going out the mine and coming back with like a rubber bung with a tap on it. We put this
no
bung into
way.
the hole and tightened it all up so to stop the water. And by the time we got back with the loader, you couldn't walk in it. You had to drive in the loader, and it was pretty much level with the top of the tyres. So it was probably about 4 foot deep. We had to crawl over the arms into the bucket to wind it in. When we stopped the water, we came back to that slit roughly where you are on the right. We drilled through that slit, right through the back wall, and like I say, the other side of it, there's a parallel drive. That parallel drive runs down there and it connects up lower down. And we ended up piping the water from there, roughly where them fan housings are, into that
Right,
slit
so
and
sort of
firing it
by
all down into
bypassing
the way.
bypassing the water flow basically, bypassing the water flow into the parallel drive.
Yeah,
So
but that
you would drain basically.
yeah, that parallel drive that runs at the back up there comes out up on the corner near where A drive cuts in, where you go up onto the to where the snap cabin is and the black engine. And where it came out there was a fan sat there, and that used to blow all the air down that parallel drive when I was there. These weren't here, obviously, because I mean they hadn't connected up.
Yeah, so these fans that we're gonna see now, they're a bit later. Well, we're gonna see not the fans, the frame. I do have a friend of mine, exploring friend, that apparently has a picture of these fans as they were. So I'm gonna have to ask him to share it because that would be really something special to see as well. But we have the frames as they were.
That's where the old fans were.
Left fan isolators. Okay, yes. So this would control the fans. Right hand rear fan, isolated black engine sub. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is basically the remain of the old fans. This is absolutely crazy.
I think we ventured much deeper here, but we can put the video, our video, where we went walking basically a further way. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So we're gonna remove this one and present the other one. We're gonna share screen with the last Fluorspar minus part 3. Let me know if it's playing all right, if it's a bit jerky.
5 meters.
I'll try to fix it a bit.
It's absolutely fine, mate. There's good out, Steve.
Yeah, back on the fans, but obviously after this, we've seen everything that's back off that door now from the later video that I did. So that's been really interesting to revisit.
It has.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's obviously I took some of the original footage when we visited with the fans working for
That's the
comparison.
slit I was telling you about.
Absolutely
What's that?
incredible to see working
That was
fans.
the slit I was
The air
telling
is
you
so
about.
fresh now.
And the figure was walking up
Obviously,
here where
without
we're
these
walking now.
fans, you would access.
Oh, that's the same slit that you're talking about where you saw the figure. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have all your vehicles driving constantly. Yeah, and all the fumes would accumulate to a point of would kill you.
You can see our diesel fumes, set them off, so they're no good for you.
They're in killed.
Yeah, you told me about a bloke that got killed. Yeah.
That was on this corner here.
So there you are, Tom, talking about
Yeah.
it. Let's listen to it, shall we? Even though you have explained, but this is part of the original video, so you're just there in the spot that happened, basically talking about it.
Round about there, yeah.
Let's play it.
Basically, we started driving this up. This was called, I think it was H Drive. We started driving it up.
Can see
One
it
Saturday
painted
morning,
wall there.
and
Yeah.
he fired it, and they were mucking it out, and it was, I think it was a Heimco 912, and you used to sit sideways on them loaders, and you used to.
Michael 192, yeah, you said.
It was 922. It's the one that sat out in the yard now, still up
All
there.
right, that was that's the
model.
that was the ankle. It's kind of it's a loader basically. Is it? That's what crushed him.
You have to look behind.
Well, the roll cage did.
And he got caught on the wall somewhere about here, crushed his chest. But about a month or so after, the poor bloke died, but about a month or so after, I was working just up there, and we were drilling a rise, we were actually drilling a rise hole down there somewhere, or a slit or something. And we saw a figure walking up here in white, and we thought it was shift boss, and the figure never got to us.
The chief boss.
It just disappeared.
Blimey.
Who knows?
So you obviously, when you saw it, just if to think, oh, there's the shift boss. You really saw a human figure. You know, there was no like, oh, what is that? Is that a bit of a smoke? No, it's a human figure. There is the.
Story, Tom. Thanks.
Well, Jeff's mate's seen something as well, hasn't he, mate?
Have you seen your fair bit of shadows, Jeff? Have you seen your fair bit of shadows?
No,
Nah.
I'm not to believe it, truthfully. I don't.
He doesn't believe in it, does he?
No.
Or maybe he's seen things and just has a different interpretation of it, shall we say? You know.
Well, he's worked underground all his life.
We've got to try.
So we are in the back. Is this what is classed as the boundary?
Yeah.
So we are in Mildam now.
Yeah.
When we pass that gate, we're going to be in Lady Wash.
It's a bit further on, about 10 metres further
About
on.
10 metres far, and I'll show you where.
Yeah, go on.
YouTube Ads is made for your business.
Is it?
Bring your brand to
Oh,
life
yeah,
with
but-
targeted video ads. and
Microfiber
connect
duvets.
with the
Lovely.
perfect audience. Grow your business and
Oh wow, it's drafting.
This is where we have to water shed.
I'll be stopping here
Right,
in
mate.
case out happens to be one and you've got to run back.
Yeah,
Because
no
one
worries.
of us to communicate them.
Yeah, one of us will run back if anything
Just
happens.
be wary
Very.
and not too far because it can get.
His face says it all, doesn't it? It's like not too far because it can get dangerous. It's like his eyes are like, I'm not going in there.
Mm.
Minus from what I've seen when I spoke to him, they have a lot of respect for about not entering parts of the mine that are abandoned. You know, I guess there's the whole liability and the whole, who's going to be responsible if something happens.
True.
Get dangerous.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah. All right then.
No worries.
We'll listen to you, boss.
Right.
There's not as much water running down there when we went.
Basically
There were when
here
you were.
is where
No, yeah, and in the footage I took, if you remember, yeah, when we went later, there's a proper river there, is there?
Mm. When I went in
Yeah,
January
so,
time, it was flowing down there like nothing on earth as well.
yeah. So that's dry compared to what we've seen in the last visits and what is probably now, actually.
we went down here, and went from this mine to the other one, and we had to dip down because we hit a pocket of water which flooded the whole bottom of the mine here. We then piped the water, and the drive, the lady what comes parallel to us here.
Yeah.
We piped the water, we drove through there into the old mine and piped all the water that way, so we could carry on. If you go down here, you'll see where it's going. You'll tell more than out because of what the size of the rings are, because it is run pretty well all the way down. It's very, very mucky. Very mucky.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Like one of the rings last we had from Solito here, look. Not rings, slabs.
Like the concrete slabs they
Yeah.
are getting Sally Hole, yeah.
Yeah,
So we're in Lady Wash officially.
go on, past this.
Once you pass this, here I'll let you go through the portal. Oh, this was the boundary. This was the old fans were.
Yeah,
And the gate.
Yeah. The one up over.
Yeah, this is what my friends, when we explored it about 7 years ago, that's what they described. They described one door and two big fans. And that's what we can see now.
Don't go too far in front.
The diesel fumes.
Salty there, is it?
Very.
It's quite.
I just got a mosquito in my ear. You know what that means? That we're close to Black Engine Shaft. How else would it come down here, mosquito? I heard this buzzing in my ear.
Really?
Unless my ear's playing up.
No, I can hear it.
Probably my tinnitus, Tom.
My ears have just started ringing.
Mm.
When we came in here last time,
Tinnitus.
we just took the water. Iron oxide in there.
It's not as bad now.
Yeah.
Look at all that silt.
Iron oxide in that. It's cool, isn't it?
No, you wouldn't want to walk that, would you? You'd be knee deep in shit.
You were working in the far end, basically. You helped driving this far end of the mine.
I was there when the two mines.
Oh, so what year was it when Lady Wash and Mildam joined, more or less?
It'd have been very early 90s.
Very early 90s.
Yeah. Very early 90s. Be very aware of what we had now, places like this. Because,
So we're in Lady Wash.
no, this is still me. Huh?
This still classed as Mildam?
Well, it isn't. We actually are part of Lady Off Working, but this is like the mill.
Wow.
You can see all the crew in there. A lot of it's come down, as you said, very rightly. Be careful where you're treading on, because this might come down, and it could it? If you touch something, You
There's
know,
a
you
lot of
probably
gold
caused
there when you look at it.
yeah.
Hell of a lot of rotten
all
boards.
this cribbing and a lot of it has come down and collapsed, obviously. You can see why the miner is kind of concerned. You know, they take danger seriously.
Oh, yeah.
We mine explorers, we laugh at
We're
this,
reckless.
but, well, I wouldn't say we laugh at this, but we just get on with it, exploring places that they would say, don't even bother, because your life's, you know.
These Ollie square set rings again. But if you look at the arches, how much smaller they are now.
Yeah.
This is part of the old mine now.
When you said Hollybanks, is that the kind of square rings? The
Yeah,
name
that's
for it,
what
Hollybanks.
made them. Yeah, bank rings. This may make them horrible things, big and heavy things to put up.
Yeah,
Nothing like the other ones.
a lot easier.
Yeah, well, no, you had to set both sides before you could put your headpiece in. They're horrendous things to put in because you're
On the square rings, you set the both sides, then you put the top piece.
yeah,
And with the rings, obviously it's a lot easier because it's two halves really that you just
Mm.
you put together. I've
Bolt
seen
together.
on your whole video, the last part, how they set them up actually.
Mm.
They put the sidebars, what they call the sidebars, the
Each
they
arch,
join the rings
tie
together.
bar, yeah, tie
Yeah.
bar, hold it in
They-
square, and then
They put the tie bars first, and they sort of hold them in position, and they put the top cross bar to join the two halves of the
fish plates.
rings together. Yeah, so
Well,
a lot easier.
they
And
had an extender in them to make
an
them a bit
extender,
wide.
yeah,
Yeah.
to extend it. Yeah, we have a few questions here. Are the rings just a single connection in the middle?
Yeah,
So just an
basically.
extender bar.
Yeah, unless you put an extension in, they have like fish plates, like you have on a railway track, like you fasten two railway tracks together. They have the same sort of thing, and they bolted in the top
Yeah,
up there.
it could be. So there's two half of the rings. It could be just bolted together, like with a
Four
fish
holes
plate
yeah, there's four
extender.
holes in two plates and four bolts bolted
Because
together.
sometimes you see them further apart, don't you? And
Yeah,
you
they have
kind
an
of
extender in them, so you'd have two lots of fish plates and then 8 bolts.
yeah, very well explained. Thanks, Tom. Hope that
Have a look on my
answers the
video,
question,
Tom.
Tom.
I'll show you.
Yeah. Check
The last one, sell it all.
check
Last
Tom's
one.
channel, Miner 66, and you'll see the video of Sally Hall, the original footage from the 80s, and it shows
90.
exactly how they were setting their rings. But we said we are going to be reviewing them videos anyway at some point, which definitely needs doing. I think there's going to be a lot of questions asked and a lot more we can break down on those original videos footage that you posted in your channel. They're marvelous. I've watched them twice at least. They're absolutely incredible to hear the original sound of the machines and what a noisy environment it was really. You don't think about it like that when you mine explore, do you? You find it all quiet and you know but as a miner obviously it makes sense that they had them headphones did they to protect their ears because
Yeah,
you would end up deaf with that much noise on the ground.
just a little bit.
Right, we're nearly to the end of this, so we let's watch the rest.
This is part of the old mine.
Oh, God.
Wow.
One lovely mess.
Have a look at this, Antonio.
Oh my God, you were here in 1991.
Sort of.
There you are. That's the clear image. What's with that graffiti there, you rebel?
No idea. I don't know anything about that. Not a clue.
Did you write that?
No, I don't know anything about it. Somebody's
So
gone
we
over
talk
that
about it.
and made it brighter because it was never that bright.
No. So
Mm.
someone's scratched over it, basically, have they? Yeah.
Looks like
Okay.
it.
Yeah, it would have been sort of the kind of a scratch depth of the 1991, just just about sea, but not quite as deep as that.
It's you, 1991.
Yeah.
Mad.
Look at him smiling.
Sort
Like
of.
I say,
Yeah.
sort of.
Be very aware down here now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, how blackened is it from the soot?
Say. Look to your right. Look to your left. Look to your left there. So yeah, this is the old mine.
Look how narrow it's gone now there.
How is what, sorry?
Look how narrow it's gone there now.
Yeah, the drive goes, very narrow, yeah. It narrows down,
Some of the old stoves there. And
which is typical of
one of the
Lady Wash.
slates
It's
into the
older
old
mine.
stoves.
It's an older mine, so the levels were narrower. They didn't have the machining capabilities of more modern machines, I
Yeah,
guess.
locos, you see, didn't they?
Yeah, they had
Turn it
locals
over how
driving
black
here,
it
which
is.
are also smaller, so they didn't have any trackless vehicles like in modern, in modern Milden mine.
Or did miners take precautions? Not really.
Might have the old mask, but not really.
You can see
It was an
shale.
interesting explore, really interesting explore coming down all this way, but we're soon gonna get stopped.
Yeah, the cross slits, they're getting smaller and smaller now, obviously.
A lot smaller.
With nowadays more bigger, heavier machinery and, more driving power, they can drive them bigger. Wow. Can't get over this.
Good, isn't it?
Wow, look at the cribbing you get. Perfect example there of what the cribbing is all about.
Probably 50-year-old, that.
That cribbing, 50-year-old.
Okay.
You could probably date
Yeah.
the timber based on the level of decay, I guess, and the style of timbering, I guess.
No.
Tell what the ground's
The
like as
closer
well.
the rings they laid is the worse the ground is.
What's that, Tom? Sorry.
You can tell by how close, what I was saying about, they're obviously on a bend as well, but how close the rings are as well, how the ground is. Closer they are, the ground gets worse.
As you were saying, when the ground they drive through gets worse, they have to put the rings closer together for extra reinforcement. Like here, you can see the rings are quite wide apart, so there's not many concerns about basically structural integrity of the actual tunnel.
Stone there, you see.
Oh, here we go.
Don't
Here
do
we
one of
start
them
sinking
again,
in,
you did
Tom.
No, I didn't. Not quite.
in
Nearly.
salad.
Nearly.
That'd be a funny
You're
video.
right, Katie. Wow. Hey? Yeah. No, it's not much point going a lot further up.
It's not that there isn't much point, it's we couldn't go further up.
No, in case of we were stuck.
The silt just stops in the tracks whether you want to carry on or not. It doesn't matter, you just can't, can you?
No. That's down there where Steve is now. You can see the fan housing. Can you see it in the?
Yes, there, yeah.
That's the fan housing. That
is that where it is? So there was a fan there. Yeah, I've seen it.
There was an air door
like
and a fan.
Like a round sort of portal on the right, and a square. Yeah, you can see. There you are. He's lighting it. No, two square portals. So
2 square portals.
the right one would have been for the fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Just an air though, that's it. That's as far as I'll go.
And that was the end of the video.
Yeah. Well, Tom. I think it's been a quite a successful review. I really enjoy that. It's just nice to go over footage and just break it down and tell some extra stories and bring your memories back. And we'll have got a great deal of knowledge definitely from today's review. Thanks, Tom. Definitely,
No, it's
definitely. I
fine.
feel
I'm
every
just
time we
laughing
have a
what
chat.
Algie's put there.
Was that?
I'm just laughing what Algie's put there. He knows as well, but I'm saying nothing.
No comment.
No comment. I'm saying nothing. It's funny.
Is it? Oh God, that is funny.
What did Liam
So
have? Is that the same style loader in Tom's old footage? In Salit, I remember seeing the side load. Sort of. Bar for that one that's there now had got converted after that to where they were sat actually driving in middle. But yeah, it was similar, except you were sat in middle, facing sideways. Yeah, the after that happened, they completely converted it, turned the steering round, so you're actually facing forward, alter the seat position. In fact, my mate Mark Howard did that, and then it went away to a place in Matlock to be finished off. Something had to be done there, but yeah. What's that? What
yeah,
size?
size of the lady wash section. There'd be about 2/3 or
Yeah, it's hard to tell
2/3 of the
really
width.
on this. This was like a main drive.
It's about a 2/3 or 2 or 3/5. I don't know. It's basically about a
Nowhere
60%
near it.
width, is
Yeah,
it?
it's about 40% less on the main drive, happened a little bit more. Not quite half as wide. But remember,
Yeah.
Mill Dam, the machines in there were far bigger than what they were in Lady Wash. Lady Wash was basically, there'd have been probably 2 tracks and tubs and locos, whereas Mill Dam, you'd massive 20-ton dumpers in there. So it doesn't really
Big difference
comparison.
in terms of size of vehicles. Yeah, definitely. And that's why they had to drive bigger drives in Mildam, obviously, with the big them dumpers are giant, they're huge, are they? Really are.
Thinking
Well,
about this, Antonio, maybe what we could do next time is show the footage from the 160 foot, both yours and mine, mix them together and to give them an idea actually how big the drives were, because it shows you how big the drives were in there compared to what they've seen in here. What do you reckon?
we can go basically a bit deeper into Lady Wash in the 160 level.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can review
you can sort
your
of get on
footage.
my video and your footage at the same time and sort of explain
and we
to
can
each other.
and we can break down a lot of the engineering basically that goes on and what we see in Lady Wash, which
Yeah,
look forward to that, Tom.
very good idea,
We're gonna
that
have
one.
to set yet another live stream chat. This one has been absolutely successful. So thanks everyone that's joined
It's been good.
and
I've
has
enjoyed
been
it.
asking questions, coming in and out. Even if you came in the beginning to say hi, just thanks very much to all the Welsh guys as well that came in at the beginning.
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
Yeah, it has. It has really pleased them. And we shall be setting another one. Today's was kind of a bit of a spur of the
Spur of
moment,
the
was it?
moment, really. Yeah, it was a conversation at 20 to 4 this afternoon, and okay, then we'll do it. By 10 past 4, we were on with it.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, let's do it, Tom. You were like, when are we doing the next one? How about tonight? Yes, come on. It's turned out good. I think
Yeah,
sometimes
enjoyed it,
the unexpected, like you say, turns out a lot better. And I feel really, it's really flown the conversation. People have been coming in and out and asking questions. So it means a lot, actually.
It does. It's good.
Like engaging, really does mean a lot. And obviously, it's always going to be this on YouTube on my channel, and it's good. It's going to be there for whoever wants to replay. We'll be sharing the replay, obviously, on social media, on Instagram and YouTube posts, so you can watch it again.
Yeah.
And Gareth, yes, awesome as always. Antonio and Tom, and we
Enjoyed
have John Gareth as well, and all the Welsh crew. They're very nice lads. Really was. I was moved for the level of with the level of enthusiasm that they have for exploring mines, which is nice to see. That there is such passionate community out there that love mine exploring and have respect for the mines and the places that we love.
It's good. It is. It's a shame I'm going there on holiday and I can't take my mining gear. Most miffed about that, but there you go.
Are you coming along to Wales, Tom? Yeah.
I'm going on holiday in beginning of July, but I've been told no.
Oh yeah, you said
no mining
Is-
equipment allowed.
no mining. And for anyone that
I'm
hasn't
stopping in
subscribed
Blind
to
Eye as well. It's
Tom's,
full of them.
eh?
To say I'm stopping in Blind Eye as well. It's full of them. I can't
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, June. Yeah, we are meeting in June with the Welsh guys, looking at Nanthead mines.
Cool.
So you're welcome to that as well, Tom. You're always welcome. Anything we do, you know.
I'll see how
So
long
yeah,
it is when I've had my operation on my hand, because I don't know how long
yeah.
that's going to keep me out of action. About a month, I reckon.
In
But
about a month, you'll be back in full swing.
Once I've had it
Get
done,
yourself sorted, Tom.
yeah.
Get yourself sorted, and you'll be back straight away exploring full swing.
When they give me a date for it, that is. Right.
Okay, so thanks everyone. We shall see you all soon, and thanks, Tom.
No worries, mate.
Shall ring you tomorrow. We can have a catch up.
Yeah, cool. No worries.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. See you later.
Bye bye.
See you. Bye. Bye bye. Just got a floating head.